The Flames of War. With Lunar Bahamut bound for Pagalthon, Grahatia is determined to call upon the aid of your fellow scions. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. It's been a long time since that thing's been empty. Oh, nice, and it just brought us straight here. If you're worried about me, don't be. I got some rest during the flight, and now I feel ready for anything. First the spate of abductions, and now an attack on the Amalja homeland. What do the Telophoroi aim to achieve with all this? As I am sure you recall, Ehrenwald and Fordola were bound for Pagalthon. I pray they have not come to any harm. By happy coincidence, Kral and I were in the process of conducting our inquiries when news reached us of Lunar Bahamut's return. There is much to discuss, but it will have to wait. Y'shtola always stringing me along. Of the foe we face, we know but little. Though time be of the essence, we must not stint in our preparations, lest our haste to fly to the aid of the Amalja cost us our best chance of victory. Now, I know some of you could do with a rest, but I'm sorry to say the Telophoroi have other plans. Pagalthon is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Terrapin at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. 'Tis good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Amalja. Abandoned them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Your Grace. Marshal Terrapin had made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ul'dah alone in its resolve. The other alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Pagalthon. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amalja show any signs of tempering. Strange. What primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? Unless it is incapable of doing so. Primals are not wont to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Lavenza and others like her wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe whom our soldiers will struggle to best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you are ready to take the field. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Pray set forth as soon as you are able. Yeah, I forgot that they're not typical primals, if they're really primals at all. I, meanwhile, shall continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. I've noticed I don't think anybody has said, like, walk in the light or anything like that since we've been back from the first. You know, and had the revelation. Jeez, man. Wow. Since we've had the revelation that Heidelin is a primal. So now it's all about the 12. And then I think we're going to find out about the 12 in Endwalker in the Raid series. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I for one am inclined to do as her grace requests. Lest we forget, Ehrenwald and Fordola are in Paglethon on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed. To the airship, then. So I can only take half of this group. Oh, that's right. It's on the airship landing. I was thinking it was here. But yeah, to the airship landing. Right. Lest thou wonder, I have attended to Thancred's ammunition and completed mine own preparations. I trust thou canst see the same of thine? Or say the same as that? Whatever. Actually, I don't even have the... I trust thou canst say the same of thine. Try as I might, I cannot fathom why the Telophoroi would move to attack the Amalja. If Van Daniel's objective is death and destruction, one of the city-states would surely have been a better target. No, they have some other agenda, one encompassing the recent abductions, perhaps. Do you think Estinian and Tiamat have already reached Paglethon? Ah, but I should know better than to speculate on the whereabouts of the Azure Dragoon. Forgive me. It is not impossible that the Telophoroi redirected some of the troops stationed at the tower to the front line. If so, this may all turn out to have been to Ehrenwald and Fordola's benefit. Given what we know, some, or perhaps even all, of the Imperial soldiers may have been tempered. If we can subdue them, we should be able to do something about that. But they will still see us as enemies even then. That said, they wouldn't be deaf to reason, which is better than nothing. Very true. Well, and at this point, like, knowing that essentially, like, all of the capital has been tempered at this point, they may kind of see, like, there's no real empire to fight for now anyway. So, the Talaferoi have constructed buildings capable of tempering, and primals which are not. What secrets are they hiding? Yeah, that's interesting. That kind of flips everything we know about tempering. Or not everything, but quite a bit of what we know about tempering on its head. Greetings. We've been expecting you. But say the word, and we shall depart for Pagalthon at once. All right. I was going to say, they almost did this in height order. But then, Y'shtola, having to be Y'shtola, it's got to be different. At the cost of his own life, did Master Louis Sois strike down the primal Bahamut. Whatever the true nature of this new incarnation, it cannot be suffered to threaten this star. Like most who have spent time in Ul'dah, I haven't always seen eye to eye with the Amalja, but today I will fight side by side with them in common cause, and I hope that none of them remember me. Yeah, because it was with him that we first started, like, scouting them out and attacking their camps or whatever to eventually deal with Ifrit, I believe. The grasslands of Pagalthon will make for an open battlefield. Many though our enemies are, we will not have to fight against the terrain at least. Yeah, it's interesting. It would be kind of cool, well, but it's a waste of their resources and why they shifted away from dungeons that are not linear. It would be cool that it's like open battlefield, but it's not really an open battlefield because, you know, it's all gated off and we have to take a linear path through it. By dealing with Lunar Bahamut and his hordes, so too will we render aid to Ehrenwald and Fordola. Come, let us go. Yeah, okay, it was Grahatia that I last talked to. Whether he's here or not, we can be sure Fandaniel is behind this attack. And that makes me doubly determined to see that it fails. Yeah, Fandaniel is definitely a villain, you know, that we'd love to hate, I think. I know not what designs the Talaferoi have on Pagalthon, but I do know they must be stopped, for the good of the Amalja and us all. Alright. So who shall I take along? The question is, I gotta take Graha, at least this next one, because he's been, you know, so jazzed about adventuring with us. The question is, whose place does he take? He's supposed to be good damage, so I think this time
I stand ever ready.
I think I'll take
Our fates are not yet sealed.
Urianger this time. Yeah, that'll do. As much as I love a lot of the chill music, I think for a dungeon, this music is good for getting you pumped up. Ascian vermin, you shall torment my children no longer. And this is the... Oh god, it's 2 black mages. The seat of the Amalja's power doth lie beyond this valley. And if you couldn't tell, that was Urianger. But yeah, this is the last dungeon I'll be doing. Yeah, I figured as much. Like, I was like, oh crap, I've got like a full group on me. Maybe I should use the Blackest Night. But then I looked down at my health bar and I was like, wait, I haven't really taken any damage, so they probably won't break it anyway. Yeah, I wonder how this will be with 2 black mages. 2 black mages that don't AoE. Okay, let's see if they'll break it this time. Yep, they did. Let's see if 4 of them can do it. Nope. That is a shame. Okay, but with this big boy, maybe. Although he's not actually turning to attack me, so... Okay, there we go.
Allow me.
Oh, nice. Just in time. Yeah, this is definitely different than, you know, how you go about it in a group. Because this is all just big pulls, big pulls. I'm just going to take it. Just so it'll actually pop this bubble. There we go. Last second pop it, even withstanding in the AoE. Again, I think it was last second. Yeah, it didn't break it that time. Blackest Night is just OP. What can I say? Nerfs incoming. Yeah, as of today, well, not today per se, but as of, you know, roughly around this time, I think we're still maybe about a month out, maybe sooner, of the next live letter, which is supposed to be combat oriented. So, I mean, we're not going to get detailed numbers on changes for jobs, but we might find out some stuff. I'm not seeing a nerf to the Blackest Night happening, but it just got me thinking. Wow, did not break it. Oriange says, most impressive. Raha says, a Miracidian dragon. I think this answered the question of how they summon Bahamut. Oh yeah, so they've got Miracidian dragons to do the summoning. Okay. And I don't think this dude does any kind of cleaves. So I think we can just leave him facing the group. Oh, except for this thing, but that happens anyway. I don't think that's like a facing the tank ability.
I shall protect you.
Oh well. I can use defense cooldowns. I wonder if he does actually do that cone toward the tank. Because if he didn't, then why would he do the tail swipe afterward?
Something special for you.
I will not hold back.
In death, may you find the peace you were denied in life. We must proceed with caution if we wish to slip through the enemy's front line. I can't even get it.
What took you so long? The Amalta are in trouble.
Let's split up.
Very well. I shall fly to their aid. It's amazing how much damage the Blackest Night will actually block. There. It took getting hit by 2 avoidable AoEs for it to actually break.
I will not hold back.
Oriante, our presence is yet required in the city. Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought we were at the next boss already.
Oh, no,
but-
you don't.
Thank goodness for Tiamat. My poor child, I shall free thee from thy pain. There we go. Grab our loot and head on our way. And here's yet another trash boss. You would lend us your aid? Then let us crush this accursed war machine. Oriange says, a mobile fortress. So, 'tis more than a mere rumor. Oh, I guess there were rumors of a mobile fortress. We must hold our ground until their defenses are broken. Preparing to fire. Yeah, I don't... To me, this is just... It's a trash boss. Like, we're doing the same thing we do with trash. We're just now doing it for a boss. I don't particularly care for it or find it interesting. It's like now trash with mechanics. Well, we are definitely behind in mechanics. Once the way is clear, strike at the enemy's heart. Yeah, I only do these once when I'm going through the story in Trusts, so I kind of forget how these go. Reactivating Magitech Field. It's a lot of stuff, though. Very large trash boss. You realize we just had one left. Our flames will clear the way. Prepare to strike again.
Stubborn.
You fight well. Our brethren will hear of your brave deeds. Urianger says the enemy's assault on the city hath been thwarted. He's definitely... Urianger is definitely talkative in this one. The other two, not so much. I may as well stand in it.
Allow me.
All right. I will call unto my children. The icon waiteth in the heavens. My child shall bear thee to him. Or my... Yeah. And then Graha says, I never dreamed I would have the chance to ride a dragon. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then the one place where it is actually an open field, you just fly over it into a fenced-in area. We all made it here in one piece, I take it, says Graha. Oh wow, they broke through that shield quick. Figures this would be the pull to do it. The last second.
I shall protect you. Stubborn.
There we go. Now we're just down to one. Telethurium. Lunar Bahamut. So basically, Tiamat softened it up for us. I'm actually surprised that they had such a long cutscene. I mean, they do it rarely anymore, but it surprises me when a cutscene in the dungeon is that long. Gratia says, no sign of the Ascian. This is true. Well, I take it he did a tank buster and I just wasn't even paying attention. Boy, man, the rest of the group really takes a hit. I think I got in there in time. And I think that's also one that doesn't snapshot to the first attack. Each one is...
Stubborn. Stubborn.
And Lunar Bahamut can definitely take a beating from the trust. This is feels like a slow kill.
Allow me. Hold back.
I don't even recall if he has a tank buster, but if he does, he hasn't used it again. I just know I took, a decent amount of damage right off the bat. Maybe I stood in something. And I just didn't know. Or maybe it's this flattened. Definitely flattened. Alright, LB anytime. Like any group, use it right at 1%, if at all. I guess they waited on me to use it. Now what have we got? Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall be forever in your debt. But your deeds are what we set free. Or no, but your deeds are we set free. Oh, okay, wow. By your deeds are we set free, and free we shall remain as long as I draw breath. Never again shall the dragons of Mericidia hearken to the lies of the Asians. This I vow.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
You would make peace with Ulda, then. We would be proud to call you our allies. Then let us put the past behind us. I think I'll go for the second. Sounds very nice.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury.
Sorry, I just gotta say, I will never again think of that line, the enemy of our enemy is our friend, as like a good line after Alien versus Predator. After that movie, that line is always going to come across as corny to me. Anyway, let us continue.
I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Sometime earlier inside the Pagalthon Tower. Yeah, I was waiting for this in the next quest, but creepy as hell. Definitely some Geiger going on here. In the squishiness of the floors.
What in Relga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
So interesting.
What have I done?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now.
So interestingly, this is basically what the Alligans did with the dragons for Bahamut. Which I didn't know that. I didn't make that connection originally.
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
So they seem to be... Ifrit seemed to be summoned like any other summon. You know, like they were all put in distress, and that's what got them to summon Ifrit. But then why doesn't Ifrit temper? That'll be interesting to find out. Though the day is won, thanks in no small part to thy valor, the Talafroi are far from defeated. Yet be that as it may, 'tis only right that we rejoice in Lunar Bahamut's banishment unto the ether. It will take more than a single victory to wash away all the bad blood between men and Amalja, but one has to start somewhere. Tiamat did all she promised and more this day, but I doubt she will be satisfied. Nay, she will fight on in defense of her children, wheresoever they may be. To see the Amalja fighting alongside us brought to mind the Zune of the Crystarium. I pray that our peoples can forge bonds as strong as those of our counterparts in the first. Yeah, I mean, it shows you it's possible, you know. From what I can tell, there didn't seem to be many Imperials in the vicinity of the tower. Hopefully Ehrenwald will have used the opportunity to get in and out undetected. While it would be too much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandaniel, we have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and that alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we have received word of Ehrenwald's safe return. Unfortunately, that's not the way it goes down. Thank you all for watching this video. Tonight's stream is the penultimate for Final Fantasy XIV story MSQ as of yet. We finished off 5.5. So the only thing we have left is 5.56, which is only 3 quests. But yeah, 5.5 was great. And it wasn't just 5.5. The last quest of 5.5 or 5.4, which introduced all the towers and everything like that. So tonight's stream was kind of focusing on the towers, which was cool. I'm not remembering all the details, but I think there was even some stuff there that was kind of like, whoa, you know, like I didn't realize that because, like, I didn't realize the context of it because it had been so long since I had done the previous content before, where now I've done everything within like the last 2.5 months. So, it's just good. And of course, this is it, as I've mentioned many times, this is now content that we don't have the answers to. It's all still speculation, and, you know, got to wait for Endwalker 4, which is cool. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So if you've had as much fun as I have, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live in whatever post 14 shenanigans I'm up to, The link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.